Well, it's finally here, the period of seasonal weakness. Let's see how the market looks as we head to the back half of February on the Weekend Review. Okay, so let's take a look at the market as we head towards the back half of February. First up, this is the market the way we've always looked at it every week. Red line is the S&P 500. Purple line here is the 200-day moving average. And what you notice is we are very far extended from the 200-day moving average at this point. And this makes me kind of nervous because what I know is always, without fail, the S&P 500 will return to its 200-day moving average. And there's two ways it can do that. One is it just kind of keeps pulling it up over time, but two is it can crash down to the 200-day moving average and potentially move below it as well. So the further that we get extended, the further that this red line gets away from its purple line, the more nervous I get. I love the stock market going up. I just wish it went up in a more consistent sort of manner. So as we enter into the period of seasonal weakness, what I'm looking for, anticipating, is this red line and this purple line to hopefully converge. As for why I'm expecting that in the second half of February, we've talked about this a little bit before, but basically the second half of February is the seasonally weakest 2 weeks of the market. If you're going back to 1928 to now, second half of February is pretty tough. So this is okay though. We're positioned for this correction. I want this correction to happen. Small brush fires in the market are okay. That's what saves you from large wildfires later on. We want the market to go up every day. That can't happen. So what we need are these little pressure releases along the way. So I'm hoping we get one here. I want to see one. One of the reasons why I think we're going to get one is if you look at the options market. Now, if you don't know what an option is, it basically is a way of renting a stock that you don't own, and you can sort of rent the appreciation or depreciation of a stock when it's going up or down. And Warren Buffett famously called these things financial weapons of mass destruction. And they used to be a small corner of the market. This is 2011 to just about 2020. The options market was less than 10% of all S&P 500 trading volume. But what has happened since the pandemic? Options have exploded in popularity. Now it's over 50% of the S&P 500's volume. And so what this means is it's sort of like wagging the dog. So if you want to know why the stock market goes up, down, or sideways anymore, you sort of have to look at the options market first and then back it out from there. And one of the things that happens with options are as we head towards expiry, the market can get what is known as pinned, where almost because of hedging and market makers and the way the options work, it makes it so that the index can't move. It's only after these options expire that we can finally start to see movement in the market. And what we're seeing here, if we look at an options expiry calendar, we are at the options expiry for February. So this is another one of those points of data. This is a technical and wonky one, but it's another one that tells me, okay, the back half of February is where the market can finally start to move. We see some seasonal weakness. There's some illiquidity there. We see it out of companies where they start, laying off headcount that they had from the holiday season. There's a lot of good reasons why the stock market gets weak in the back half of February. Another reason to add on top of that is we get through options expiry, and then the market is a little bit more fluid in that point in time afterwards. So we're hoping for a brush fire. I want to see one that will be good. It's positive. It's normal for the market, and we're positioned for it. So we don't need to worry about that. What I don't want to see is the market continue to run the way it's running and set us up for a wildfire later on in the future. So market looks good. We're through all-time highs. Everything's positive. I got nothing bad to say. We'll see how the next 2 weeks goes. And there you go. That's your weekend review. I'll see you later.